Miraculously, I gained the first fall. And I was well on my way to getting the second fall when who shows up? The aforementioned Hooks. Hooks, who you would think, with everything that you just stated earlier, William Wolf, would be happy that I was beating the tar out of you. But he wasn't. He wanted to come to your defense. He held a steel chair against my throat. And that's my moneymaker is my beautiful voice. My voice of reason, my voice of logic. He held that steel chair against my throat. He interfered in that match. He went so far as to strike Billy in the head with that steel chair. And then,
what do you think was happening when he did that?
All I can say, William Wolf, is that you were the better man that night, but I did not sign a contract to wrestle William Wolf. I signed a contract to wrestle Billy.
Let's rewind a second. What did you think was happening when Hooks hit me in the head?
I thought for sure that Hooks had finally come to his senses, but obviously he is dumber than I thought.
And you thought, after everything, that you were going to sign the heavy metal Viking Hooks, that he was just there to do your dirty work? Man, you are naive. Naive. He played you like a fiddle. He hit me in the head, and I came back up, and the first thing I saw was your stupid, shiny head.
Listen, don't you talk about my beautiful bald head. There's no need for that.
It was like a lighthouse, like a beacon shining into my eye. And I just couldn't wait to rip it off. And boy, did I ever. You know what? Not before you got a little bit of offense of your own. No thanks to my own hubris. If you will, I flew a little too close to the sun, as some people like to say, and I jumped off the top rope through the announce table that you were laying on, and you moved.
I did move, and that's all the more.
I've been in a lot of pain in this business. I've had a lot of matches, and I felt a lot of pain. But hitting that concrete floor after I hit that table was some of the most pain that I've ever been in.
And I'm sure you were in pain because, again, look at the extent that you were willing to go to please those fans, those FGW faithful fans. That you were willing to risk life and limb because they just wanted to see you rip my head off. And when you soared through the air and I moved, because I'm way too smart for that, of course, and you had to sustain such physical damage for them, for the fans, well. But I will give you credit. You somehow dragged yourself back into the ring. In my best attempts at trying to gain that second fall, you were able to overcome. Now, I will say that, after I was thrown off the top rope, I had some internal injuries that I was trying to go to the back to seek medical attention. And out comes through the curtain that absolutely ungrateful witch, Harley Fairfax. And then I try to go through the front because I figure, well, if I can't go through there, I've got to walk myself heroically to the nearest medical facility to be checked. And I tried to go through the front door, and out comes that no good rotten owner of Future Great Wrestling, Brian Levick. And I had no choice. I had to back away from them. It was 2-on-1 for crying out loud. But then you got me. You did get me. You beat me.
I did, and it was one of the best feelings that I've ever had, including my first match with JC Flash, including beating Hooks at Battle on the Border, including beating Amos before he hit me in the head with the ball bat, including Douglas Andrews, my finest and most satisfying victory was against you, David Barnabas Spector. And honestly, it might go down in my books as maybe my favorite match that I've ever had.
Well, see, and William Wolf, you're welcome. You're welcome. Because you see, it took for me to be as dastardly as I could possibly be to bring the absolute best out of William Wolf. You know, and I've had time to reflect on this whole matter. I've had time to heal my wounds because, admittingly, you know, I had some injuries after that match. Because, again, I'm not an active competitor. I'm a thinker. I'm a producer. I'm a motivator. But I've had time to think, reflect, to contemplate my next move. Because eventually we will get back to some sense of normality. And as many people as they want to think that Darkness Worldwide has just dissipated and dissolved and gone away, no, it has not. It has taken a moment to regroup, to rebuild, and to refocus. And our new mission, when we return to FGW one day, is to ensure that we all share a common goal and a common mindset. That every individual involved with Darkness Worldwide sees their dreams come true, their goals achieved, that they reach the absolute pinnacle of success in their individual careers and as part of the most dominant force in professional wrestling today. And I'm saying all that not to brag, no. I'm saying all that because after everything that we've just talked about, William Wolf, everything that you and I have been through, I've seen what you're capable of. I know how dangerous you are. I see the fact that, quite frankly, FGW fans and management don't really appreciate you for the talent that you truly are. But you know who does, William Wolf? I do. I appreciate you for the talent that you are. So when this mess finally subsides, and we are back to performing at the FGW Arena, 190 North Brookwood Avenue, Hamilton, Ohio, when we're finally back up and running, I would like to extend a spot in Darkness Worldwide just for you. What do you say?
Are you out of your goddamned mind?
Listen, now hold on. Now, don't be rash.
Take that bald head of yours and rip it off all over again.
No, listen. There's no need to be that way, Will.
Do you really want me to lock you in my guillotine again and just rip your head off?
Listen, I've had enough. All right, you know what, folks? That's all the time we've got today for this inaugural episode of Radio Dark. I'm your host, David Barnabas Spector. To find out more about the most powerful entity in professional wrestling today, Darkness Worldwide, which apparently that ingrate William Wolf won't have anything to do with. He'll think twice about that. Follow us on social media. Check us out on Facebook at Darkness Worldwide, on Instagram at Darkness Worldwide Brand, and on Twitter at Darkness World W1. Until the next episode, stay true to the darkness. Radio Dark is a presentation of Darkness Worldwide. Official merchandise available at teespring.com/stores/darkness-worldwide. Trust in the darkness.